quite yet,
We're in.
but both these teams are absolutely crazy, and you know what? We're jumping right into it. They finally figured out this lobby, jumping right into Blackheart Hardpoint. Gonna be an absolute bang out, and that's 3 already down in the feed. The time secured for Maui. That is the start that you wanted. You have the time, you have these spawns. 3 in Dunk. He's watching that spawn, so gonna be a bang out on this, but so far Maui, they're off to the start that they wanted.
Yeah, Maui's doing a good job here, but it looks like they might lose spawns to Chicago with 31 seconds left here. Sorry, getting a little buffer here. We got fair check goes down. Mason looking long here, maybe gonna hit the hop up. Yep, he's gonna take a look there. He's gonna be able to, almost picks up one, but he falls just short to Dunk. Sorry, 1 second. I'm having a couple issues here. If you want to take it over, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. A little bit of tech issues, that's just, kind of what happens. But a little bit, the rest of that time, going to go the way of Maui. They have a little bit of a decent lead, but they're on this time as well. 3 down. Dunk gets a 2-piece. Sheezy, he finds one as well. So now, Chicago spawning all the way out. Dunk, he finds the kill over towards mid on that. So now no players for Chicago are anywhere near this hill. Friar finally will find one opening kill. So that's the start that you wanted. Trying to push their way forward on this front of this hill as 2 will fall. Trip eventually finds a trade onto Friar, but the time now going to go the way towards Chicago. So that is the break that you wanted, but Trip, he's got something to say about it. He finds 2. Dunk will find 2 as well. So as the break comes in for Chicago, the break for Maui is just as efficient as their lead, growing over 50 points now.
Yeah, Chums are definitely coming in here and making a name for themselves. I mean, you gotta give it to them. Those rumors of never losing a map are starting to show for themselves. But don't count Chicago out here. They're trying to. They are sitting on new here, catching spawners. So we'll see how they play here. Fair looking front, checking that P1 spot. Looks like he gets eyes on one in dubs, and Sheeksy hitting through this P1, throwing a nade. Trying to hit this guy in the back here. Can he catch him? Mason, yes he can. He's going to be able to pick up one there. He looks for more. And he almost gets fair there, but he's able to get traded out by Trip.
Yeah. Gets traded out. Time now for Maui. The break, absolutely crazy. Sheksy, he will find 2. Trip can't quite find one, but Sheksy is there for all 3. Friar will find a kill over towards the front. The time contested for just a little bit, but Trip shuts that down. The pressure now over towards this front side. Sheksy, he's going to try and hit this flank. He's able to find one. Is he going to find a second? No. The time contested, but his teammates there to clean it up. The toe over towards top. Trips the kill with the pistol. Friar eventually will trade him out, but the rest of the time gonna go towards Maui. The rotations, though, over here towards P3. Splatter, he gets cut down. That is a big kill for Maui. Make it 2 from Dunk to get those spawns and get that time. So Chicago, they hit that early rotation, but it didn't quite work out for him, and Maui is starting to run away with it.
Yeah, and Maui, they are always stacked onto each other. Even on this box heady, they're just baiting and switching for these kills. And look, Guts able to pick up Mason on those steps. Fair's able to find Sheeksy, though.
Yeah, able to find that
Sorry.
No, you're all good. 2 players. Make it 3 now. Gonna fall in the feed for Maui. The time, or for Chicago, sorry. The time now still in the hands of Maui. All players for Chicago funneling towards this P1 side. His Gut's gonna find one. Mason, he gets the trade, but Sheksy's there for the trade. So the trades are good for Maui. On this rotation now is Chicago. They want to, try and get at least some good hold here. As the last 10 seconds on hold. Gonna go the way towards Maui, but you do have these rotations. You have these spawns. 2 players for Maui, though. They're over towards P3. They're going to find a kill, but Friar, he's over here trying to just clear up these spawns for his team, but Trip will shut him down. Mason forced to turn around. He will fall. So now Chicago, they're all going to fall in the feed. The time now for Maui. They're spawning up front, having to push. Friar gets one, but Sheeksy is there for the trade. All players just not going to go anywhere for the side of Chicago. Is Maui there? Just gonna try and keep this team under 50 points if you can.
Maui's doing a really good job at just taking those spawns and absolutely anchoring and pushing forward and just, catching those spawners before they can even notice that they're in P1. They push up really well while anchoring. They're also, like I said before, they hit everything together, but it looks like, Chicago's not out here. They're able to get 4 down, but they still, Maui is spawning out now.
Yeah, Maui spawning out. Got a little bit of good scrap time on that last P4, so a little something to build on if you're Chicago. Guts though, he's gonna get 2 kills. Maui now on the time. Chicago spawning back towards his P4 area, so Maui again. They are just, I mean, you got 2 players, Guts 21 and 11, Dunk, he's 21 and 10, just absolutely dominating the kill feed, and that's what you want to do on a map like Blackheart. If you dominate the kills, you will dominate virtually everything else. Guts over here, over on this right side of this map, no one really able to find much kills, but Maui still remaining on this time, so kills are good for him. As 2 more now, gonna fall for Chicago. Guts here, trying to get these spawns for his team. He knows there's a player over here, some shots getting exchanged, but both players kind of just running around each other. So Guts, he gets through the backside. Free trying to contest this time, but he will fall. Splatterboy, he gets a kill, but immediately gets traded by Shexy. So time still in the hand of Maui, but as I said it, the break comes in. But on these rotations again, and these spawns is Maui.
Yeah, Maui does a really good job at getting to those hills early, getting those spawns, and they definitely do not let anyone squeak through. You have Sheeksy over there on that P4 side. He's going to pick up one over at Dubs. Dunk looking at front hill here, and they're great nade by Guts, by the way, on long there. Able to pick up 2. And that is all of Chicago. They are respawning, and now they are heading towards long. Splatter with a nade in front. He's able to pick up 1, and he is in time, but they back off. They want to keep those guys spawning out, and looks like Dunk is gonna be able to pick up 1 before he's traded out.
Yeah. A few trades rolling in. Chicago got themselves on that time a little bit, but just the Maui, just a driving force all over this hill, just an unstoppable force that Chicago just can't handle. 2 kills are gonna roll in the feed for Chicago, but all 4 of them are gonna fall. Sheeksy with a 2-piece, Trip gets 1 as well. So the rest of that time gonna go for Maui, and that will be the game. That game went so
Wow.
fast I didn't even realize that it ended.
I
My
know.
goodness.
That's crazy. I mean, Maui with an absolute, like, dominant game on this Blackheart hardpoint. They're always hitting the back of these hills for these spawns, and they're always
Have to
doing it
take
together.
it in convincing fashion. You just need to win this map. But here we go. Raid, search, and destroy. Maui Chums, Chicago hunted. Maui starting on this offensive side. Looking like they're going to favor this A side, sending all 4 players over here. But Chicago with a little bit of a 2-2 split here. But Friar towards this van. Some shots getting exchanged. No kills going to be found. Mason going to get a kill, but immediately traded by Sheeksy with the sniper. Guts will find one as well. So man advantage in the hands of Maui. You have the bomb in hand. No players for Chicago near the hill.
Yeah, and it looks like Trip was able to pick 1 more up in that top laundry, but looks like the round is going to go to the Chums, as I did not see who that was at bottom art. But Sheeksy
Not.
with the sniper here, taking a shot, and he's able to pick him up with the help of his teammates. What a great round by Chums.
Yeah, that was a great round. Kind of picking apart that defense, kind of hitting a little bit of an aggressive approach on offense, which, I mean, you can see, especially from Maui's with how, I mean, you ran through them in the first map. What's going to change if you do it in the second one? But 1-0 of Maui off the rip, so Chicago now on this offensive side. They're favoring this A side as well, but they've got Friar watching this mid push. Splatterboy, he spots that player mid. A couple trades rolling in the feed as Friar will die, but find one in the process. But 2 teammates for Splatterboy gonna fall around him. So last man standing in a 1 versus 3 rather quickly. You do have the element of surprise on your side with none of these Maui players knowing you're there. He does spot Dunk and find that kill, so that made his job a whole lot easier into a 1 versus 2 with Maui, both players over towards mid.
Yeah, we got a 1v2 here for Splatter. I do not know if Maui knows where Bomb is, but they're stacked in kitchen here. And it looks like Splatter's going to get some info, but he still gets taken out. Unfortunately, I mean, Maui, again, like I said before, they just are really good at holding hands, stacking for kills, and it works out for them.
Yeah,
Also,
works
should
out in
be
their favor
Friar, I
playing
think.
playing pretty good fundamental Call of Duty. Play your trades, play with your teammates. Now, don't do anything stupid. Don't be the hero. It's a collective effort at the end of the day, and I think they recognize that, and that's exactly what they're doing. So 2-0 Maui. now in this search and destroy, continuing their success that they found in that first map. But again, on this offensive side, a similar approach, but they're going to send one in Shixi over towards that top side on B, and he finds a kill onto Splatterboy. So man advantage, first blood again for the Maui Chums. Chicago playing with a man down once again. Some shots exchanged, no kills found. Friar gets at least a little bit of information, a little bit of damage in. More damage going to be exchanged. Players for Maui collapsing around him as Trip. He pairs up for 2, so now Friar, the last man standing. Once again in a 1 versus 4. Bomb gonna go down on A. It's not looking too hot, but we've seen crazier things happen. The timing not on his side. He will get cut down as Maui continuing to dominate 3-0 in the search and destroy.
Yeah, that was a great first blood there by Shixi. And, you know, Maui, again, just they play so well together, but they're also playing at such a high speed, especially on search, which people don't realize. Sometimes you need to be quick on search. Like, you could bang out a site and absolutely take over a round, and it'll go in your way.
Yeah. They're
But here we
confident in
go.
their gunny.
We have Frere. Oh, sorry, I'm rugging again. You might have to take it.
Oh, good. They're Maui is definitely confident in their gunfights, and that's exactly what they're doing in this search and destroy. Chicago was, trying to counter this with an aggressive approach of their own, but opening blood gonna go to the way of Maui again. Friar will find one, but he gets cut down. So Trip over towards here. His teammate gets 2 kills around him. He turns around and slams another player down. Making quick rounds on quick rounds for both of these teams on both of sides of the search and destroy. Is Trip now 7-0 on the search and destroy? I don't know if he has that glide bomb quite yet, but it's darn near close.
Yeah, maybe throw out an attack or a stun and you'll get it, but he does have it, I see here. Trip having a great map here on Raid so far as a sub, which I feel like is a little bit difficult on Raid, but you know, he's finding a way.
He's finding a way, and however it means necessary. Shixi, an opening blood once again onto another Chicago player. So man advantage again in the hands of Maui. Kind of spread out towards this middle of the map. A lot of map positioning here as Shixi just gets through. Mason has no idea. He catches a bullet to the back of the head. Splatterboy able to pick up a kill onto Dunk, so that makes your job at least somewhat decently into a 3 versus 2. Splatterboy gets the stun, gets the info. No kills going to be found, so still a man down for Chicago. But you have, where these Maui players are. So you're going to try and collapse around him as another Guts. He's going to fall. So now into a 2 versus 2. Splatterboy, he turns. The timing not in his favor. So Trip able to find the kill onto Splatterboy as Friar, the last player standing again, into a 1 versus 2. Bomb in hand of Maui. He kind of has an idea where these players are, but bomb now going to be planted on A, but no. Shixi with the sniper shuts that down of any thoughts of a clutch 5-0 match point.
Wow, and I believe that was 3 snipes there for Shixi that round. I mean, you got to take that guy out. Get the sniper out of this guy's hand. Get him out of the round. I mean, I'd be looking for him, but it's easier said than done because every other player on Maui is just absolutely picking Chicago apart. They're doing such a good job at sticking together, banging out for trades, and it's working in their favor here.
Should be Shexy and Fryer, by the way.
Working in their favor, and it's Shexy and Fryer. We've been pronouncing it wrong this entire time. As Fryer, he's gonna find that opening kill onto Dunk. Trip gonna find one on that trade as Shexy with the sniper covering for his teammate. Mason finds one, so now into a 2 versus 2. Now he's gonna spot this player over towards mid, and Trip takes him out with a nade. Well, that's one way to help the other team get around on the board. Is Trip now the last man standing in a 1 versus 2?
Do it. He's able to pick up one on top statue with bomb. Mason is going to fall here. Can he get the info to maybe find this last guy, Splatter? He's looking to maybe get around for Chicago, and he gets taken out. Or no, sorry. I rugged again. I believe Splatter won it there for Chicago.
Yeah. He found that kill a little bit. I don't know if he was trying to get a little bit fancy, but he got some bullets, had low health, knew he had to chow him, and just didn't work out in his favor. So Chicago gets a round on the board. That's what you want to do. Nothing's impossible. It only takes one round to get going.
No, not at all. I mean, if you're Chicago, you got to be feeling good. You finally got one on the board here, and you know you're on a defense here, so you could possibly chain this first round for them into two. But it looks like Maui's gonna maybe hit mid here. Guts is gonna be able to pick up Frere, and Mason's gonna get a trade here, but Guts trades Mason. We got Splatter in top art. He's gonna maybe get a pinch here. He's got eyes on A bomb. But if you look at the mini map there, Maui is laying down the bomb on B for, I believe, top bed.
Yeah, playing for this top bed. They know they have the man advantage a little bit, so they're going to play a little bit of a close approach. Is Guts going to find that kill on a Splatter Boy? Last man standing now for Chicago in a 1 versus 3. He's going to get spotted out. And Maui make quick work of him once again in the map number 2, 6-1. I mean, again, there's not much I can say that Maui did wrong as they take a commanding 2-0 lead in the series.
So here we go.
Yeah, nothing to lose for either side. Chicago looking to bounce back, trying to get the reverse sweep in order in this overload on Scar. Both teams kind of just filling out each other a little bit over towards this mid side. 2 players now going to fall for Chicago. Mason towards this white wall. He's going to find one turn and not be able to find another. So now the device in hand of the Maui Chums. The B point is open. He's running it. Dunk being the front lead blocker, and the score will be in. Not the start you wanted for Chicago, but Friar, he's able to find a couple kills. Guts able to find 2 of his own. So Maui with a quick score, continuing the success from earlier.
I mean, again, don't blink, but Guts here, 8-0 already in the start of this match. I mean, I feel like we just started. I just did the start off here for us on this map, but he finally gets taken out there. But Trip able to find 2, Sheeksy able to find 2 more, but Frere doing what he can for his team here. I mean, Chicago, they're really struggling here, unfortunately. But Chums, I mean, they're just such a good team.
Yeah, an insane team. Guts now 10-1 so far. We've been in the game for less than 2 minutes. Sheeksy, he finds one. Guts finds another. He's challenging with the pistol. Finds one, another one. 12-2 now. He finally gets cut down by Mason. Dunk with the trade. Maui, another score. It's 3-0. I mean, they're trying to get to halftime before the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, Maui is doing such a good job at like spawn killing Chicago here. They can't get out, and they're gonna be able to get another, and that's halftime already for Maui. Wow.
I mean, that you blink, you might miss it. That was a less than 2-minute long half in overload. I have never seen an overload that first half go that quickly.
No, that was a very, very fast overload, and Guts here on the spawn kills. I mean, they just had him trapped. They kept one bottom green, one top, and you know, you got to pick one to shoot at. But it just worked out for Chums. They did such a good job. The other 2 guys there running the point in together. I mean, again, a very, very good team at stacking, you know, playing for trades, and it worked out for them. But here we go. I mean, we have round 2, Chicago looking to make something of it. Splatter's going to hit this plane pinch here. Trades are coming in, but that's already 3 down for Maui.
Yeah, 3 gonna fall. Frere able to find one, or Chet able to find one, so you know, a little bit of trades rolling in the Phoenix. 2 kills now going to be for Chicago. Make it 3 with Spider-Boy picking up 2. So that's a little bit of momentum. That's a little bit of something that you want to get going. But a score did come in for Maui. It is now 5-0. But device now in the hand of Chicago. Over towards his top P3 plane side, trying to get something going. Is Spider-Boy able to find another one? Frere over towards that top. He gets shut down with more players still going to fall for Chicago. But the device still in their hand. Mason with the pistol shuts down Sheeksy. So they're getting a little bit of kills here, but now 2 gonna fall. The device gonna fall out of their hands and now be picked up by Maui. So Chicago coming off spawn, got to set up for a little bit of a defense. Is 1 player gonna fall for Maui? So a little bit better start to the second half of Chicago. They're starting to pick up the pace to get a little bit of kills.
Yeah, and you have all of Maui here on this P3 side of the map, and they're starting to push through. And Dunk is able to pick up 2 kills there. Sheeksy able to get another. Guts is going to trade Splatter, and it looks like they're going to get another cap. Guts looking for spawners, and he's able to pick up just 1 more on Mason there. Can he find another? No. Great slide chow there by Splatter. The bomb is going to reset over here in this P2 side, and all of Maui are on top of it. They're looking to run this straight towards B and Chicago inside of that top blue, hoping to maybe stop this push. Dunk able to pick up 1 on top, and that is possibly another cap here for Maui, and they're going to be up 7-0. Dunk looking to get a kill on Mason, but Mason's going to come out on top, but he's traded out instantly by Trip. And this bomb is going to reset in mid-map.
And gonna reset over towards this mid-map. The game will end if the 8th score comes in as Dunk pairs up for a 2-piece with Splatterboy over towards that shop trying to, get some lead block, get some space for his team, but not much to be found. Dunk finds another 2. Mason will find a kill on 2 trips, so Maui, they're pushing up. They're getting a little bit of space here, but not without a fight from Chicago, is now 2 gonna fall courtesy of Splatter and Mason, so Maui, they're without their lead blocker, forced a little stall a little bit, stay in this shop area, so 2 players coming up off spawn as Trip's gonna find one over towards that top side, over towards that side blue area, sorry. Dunk able to find one as well. Trip, he's over in this spawn, the lead blocker, trying to secure some space for his team, but he gets shut down. Guts with the glide bomb, he will get 2. That will be the score, that will be the game, that will be the series. Making quick work of it, 8-0 in the overload.
Wow, I mean, I'm speechless. Maui just picked apart Chicago. They did such a good job at sticking together, even on their hard points, which is, that shows that you're a good player if you're able to stack and make pushes together, even on a hard point on that map 1. And even